This is my Turner Motorsports BMW M4 GT4 race car. I purchased this race car from Turner Motorsports themselves, and this car came from the IMSA Michelin Pilot Sport Challenge series of endurance racing. I've borrowed this car from the new company that I just started called Road to Racers, and it's a racing experience company where you can drive this race car out on a racetrack. And I'm gonna tell you more about it at the end of this video. And I'm gonna do my very best to give you an authentic Doug DeMuro style review on this GT4 race car. Let's talk about this car's quirks and features. And some of the cool features about this race car actually come straight from the BMW road car version of the M4. Starting out with the key. That's right, this race car has a factory BMW key and the car will not start without it. It even has its own cubbyhole and seat belt to keep it in place when you're driving on the ragged edge of the racetrack. One of the coolest and quirkiest features of this car are the BMW M Performance Power Sticks. Each color power stick represents its own horsepower and torque tune dictated by BMW Motorsports. If you want to increase or decrease the amount of horsepower and torque, just change the color of your power stick to fit your power level needs. I don't have any official numbers from BMW, but I've heard the lowest power figure is around 350 horsepower, all the way up to 500 horsepower for the most powerful power stick. Speaking of cool features of this car actually has air conditioning, just like the BMW M4 road car variant, and it uses a lot of the AC components just like the road car. This car is equipped with an air-jacked lift system from Krontec. If you ever need to get the car in the air to change the tires or do any maintenance, you can get the car off the ground in about 3 seconds with this air jack system. These were designed specifically for faster pit stops during racing, but it's a very cool feature to have when you need it. Now on the inside of this car, one of the cool features directly out of the road car is the transmission gear selector. Just like the road car, you move the shift lever to the left and forward to select your reverse gear. You move the lever to the right to select first gear or drive. And once the car is in a drive gear, you take over the shifting capabilities from the factory BMW racing steering wheel with the factory BMW M4 paddle shifters on the back of it. This car also has a backup camera, well, sort of. This is a Motec display screen that was added by Turner Motorsports. The camera is always on when you're racing around the racetrack, and you know what kind of cars are coming up behind you or what kind of cars you're passing on the racetrack. Another thoughtful touch from BMW is when you put this car in reverse, the passenger side mirror rotates towards the ground, just like a lot of other BMW road cars, so that you have a better view of what may be around the car when you're backing up your GT4 race car. Another thoughtful touch from BMW Motorsports and a quite quirky feature is the factory fuel door location. You don't put fuel in the race car from the factory fuel location, but you have a nifty electrical connector. You can purchase this part directly from BMW themselves, and you can connect a jumper battery or charging unit to this connector. And you can use this connector's location to jumpstart or charge your battery in your BMW race car. To put fuel in your BMW M4 GT4 race car, there's two options. We have a conventional gas cap right here that you can just stick a gas pump into the side of the race car and it fills the fuel cell up. Or you have another option if you're a race team and you need a really fast pit stop. Just plug your quick disconnect fuel probe up to this connection and fill the car at the racetrack really quick. Now on the inside of this BMW M4 GT4 race car, this is where it differentiates itself from the road car variant. Once you're in the BMW GT4 race car, there's a couple of things that you need to know. This is a carbon fiber factory BMW racing seat, and it's actually fixed to the floor, and you can't adjust it. But one thing that BMW thought of is they have this ejection seat handle that looks like it's out of a fighter jet, and you can pull this handle and adjust the pedals to wherever you may need them while you're driving the M4 GT4 race car. And if you need to adjust the steering wheel position as well, there is a lever that you push down and you can pull the steering wheel towards you or push it away from you or move it down or move it back up. Now the starting procedure to start this BMW M4 race car is you turn the main power switch on, you press the start-stop engine button to let the car do all its priming and electrical preparation before we start the race engine. All right. You put your foot on the brake pedal just like any other modern-day BMW road car. You press the start-stop button, and it sounds something like this. Now, under the hood of this factory GT4 race car from BMW is actually the same exact engine from the road car, and transmission, and differential out back. One thing in particular that BMW has changed, since this car does not have an infotainment system like the road car, is they've added this dipstick so you can check the oil level of your race car. Some of the exterior quirks that you'll find different than the BMW M4 road car are these carbon fiber doors, a carbon fiber hood, these carbon fiber dive planes on the front bumper, the carbon fiber splitter, this carbon fiber wing, this carbon fiber trunk lid. Now it's time to get it out on the road and see how it drives. All right, we're driving the BMW M4 GT4 race car. Okay, it pops and bangs like a BMW. In the next video, you're gonna see me at the racetrack, and I can really tell you how this car feels out on the racetrack and not driving around in a neighborhood like I am. One of the nice things about this car is I can already feel the air conditioning, and it's not even on. There must be some ducts up in the front of the car that are blowing air through. I can feel them in the back of my seat and in the other air vent up here on the dash. Just passed a group of kids in the neighborhood, and I'm sure I'm going to be the talk of the town now. Now, a lot of the suspension components are really from the factory M4 BMW road car, other than the wheel bearings, which are motorsport specific, the wheels that are motorsport specific, and the brake calipers, the brake rotors, and the Öhlins two-way adjustable dampers, pretty much everything else is factory BMW. Now for the part that you've all been waiting for. I bought this race car to give you the opportunity to drive it whether you've driven a race car before or not. This new racing experience called Road to Racers is here to fill the void that so many dreamers, race fans, and car enthusiasts have all been missing. You see, if you don't have access to hundreds of thousands of dollars or are the offspring of a racing team owner, the ability for you to drive a real race car just like this one are almost impossible or are very financially draining until now. Road to Racers will operate as a track day driving experience for you to get behind the wheel of this race car. Click the link in the description below to book your very own race car experience in this car. We will see you at the track. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed this Doug DeMuro style review on this BMW M4 GT4 race car. And if you want to see more videos about this race car, please subscribe to this YouTube channel, because this YouTube channel is all about this race car. This. These carbon fiber dive planes on the front bumper.